I'm glad you're here. Stay with me until the end, and let me know in the comments which city you're watching from. My name is Eleanor Morrison. I'm 72 years old. I live in a small house in Portland, Oregon, with my cat, Henry, and a garden that I tend with hands that don't work the way they used to. I was a nurse for 40 years. I delivered babies, held dying hands, and learned that life is both more fragile and more resilient than anyone can imagine. I had one son. His name was David. He was my whole world. When David was born, his father left. I don't talk about that much. It was a different time. Women didn't leave marriages easily, but men did. He walked out on a Thursday, said he needed to find himself, and I never saw him again. I raised David alone. I worked double shifts. I slept when I could. I made sure he never went hungry, never wore clothes that were too small, never knew how close we came to losing everything. David was a good boy. A good man. He became an architect. He designed buildings that I would walk past and think, my son made that. He was kind. He was thoughtful. He called me every Sunday, even when he was busy, even when he was tired, even when he had nothing to say. Then he met her. Vanessa. Vanessa was beautiful. She was smart. She was ambitious. She came from a family that had money, connections, a future mapped out for their only daughter. David fell in love with her the way people fall in love when they don't know they're falling. Slowly, then all at once. I was happy for him. I wanted him to have what I never had. A partner. A family. A life that wasn't just survival. But Vanessa didn't want me in that life. At first, it was small things. She would change the subject when David mentioned me. She would schedule events on days she knew I would be there. She would look at me with eyes that were polite but cold, the way you look at something you have to tolerate but wish would go away. I told myself it was nothing. I told myself she was just nervous. I told myself that once they were married, once she got to know me, things would get better. They didn't. They got worse. The wedding was beautiful. David looked so handsome in his suit. Vanessa wore a white dress that cost more than my first car. I sat in the second row. Not the front. The second row. Vanessa's mother sat in the front. Her father sat beside her. Her friends filled the first two rows on the bride's side. I sat alone, surrounded by strangers, watching my only son marry a woman who had already decided I didn't belong. I smiled for the photographs. I hugged David. I told Vanessa she looked beautiful. She said thank you. She didn't call me mom. She didn't call me anything. I was just there. After the wedding, things changed. David stopped calling on Sundays. He would text instead. Short messages. Busy. Call you later. Later never came. I would call him. He would answer sometimes. His voice would be distracted, distant, like he was already somewhere else. I asked him if everything was okay. He said it was fine. He said work was busy. He said Vanessa had a lot of events. He said he would visit soon. He didn't visit. Months passed. Then a year. I saw photographs on social media. David and Vanessa at parties, at galas, on vacations. He looked happy. He looked like he was living a life I didn't know anything about. I stopped calling. I told myself he needed space. I told myself he would come back. I told myself that a mother's love is patient, that it waits, that it doesn't demand. I waited. I waited for 7 years. The call came on a Tuesday. I was in my garden, pulling weeds, my hands in the dirt. My phone rang. The caller ID said unknown. Hello? Mrs. Morrison? A voice I didn't recognize. A woman's voice. Professional. Careful. This is Eleanor Morrison. Mrs. Morrison, this is Dr. Chen from Providence Hospital. I'm calling about your son, David Morrison. He was brought in earlier today. There's been an accident. I sat down in the dirt. I didn't care that my pants were wet, that my hands were muddy, that I was sitting in my garden like a woman who had forgotten how to stand. What kind of accident? His car was hit on the highway. He sustained severe injuries. We've done everything we can, but I'm afraid. She stopped. I heard her take a breath. I'm afraid his injuries are too severe. He's not responding to treatment. We don't expect him to survive the night. I don't remember what I said. I don't remember hanging up. I don't remember driving to the hospital. I remember walking into the ICU. I remember the smell of antiseptic and the sound of machines beeping. I remember seeing David in the bed. He was pale. His face was swollen. There were tubes everywhere. I sat beside him. I held his hand. His hand was cold. His hand was the same hand that had held mine when he was a boy, crossing the street, learning to ride a bike, walking me down the aisle at my second wedding to a man who was already gone. I stayed with him all night. I talked to him. I told him about the garden. About the cat. About the neighbors. About the things that mattered to a woman who was about to lose her only child. He didn't answer. He didn't open his eyes. He just lay there, breathing, waiting. At 3:47 a.m., the machines flatlined. The nurses came. The doctors came. They did everything they could. But David was gone. I sat in the chair. I held his hand. I didn't cry. I couldn't cry. I was too empty. Vanessa arrived at the hospital at 6 a.m. She had been out of town, the nurses said. They had called her when David was admitted. She had taken the first flight back. She walked into the room. She was wearing a black dress. Her hair was perfect. Her makeup was perfect. She looked like someone who was attending a funeral, not someone who had just lost her husband. She saw me. She stopped. Her face went pale. Her hands went to her mouth. "Eleanor," she said. "I didn't know you were here." "He's my son," I said. "Of course I'm here." She walked to the bed. She looked at David. She touched his face. She started to cry. It was the first time I had ever seen her cry. The first time I had ever seen her look anything less than perfectly composed. "I'm sorry," she said. "I'm sorry I wasn't here. I'm sorry I didn't." She stopped. She couldn't finish. I didn't say anything. I sat in the chair. I watched her cry. I didn't comfort her. I couldn't. She had taken my son from me. She had erased me from his life. And now he was gone, and I had nothing left. The funeral was 3 days later. It was a large service. Vanessa's family came. David's colleagues came. People I had never met filled the pews. I sat in the back. Alone. Vanessa sat in the front with her parents. She didn't look at me. She didn't speak to me. She didn't acknowledge that I existed. The pastor spoke about David. About his work. About his kindness. About the buildings he had designed. He didn't mention me. He didn't mention that David had a mother. He didn't mention that I was the one who had raised him, who had worked double shifts, who had given him everything I had. After the service, I stood by the door. People walked past me. Some nodded. Some looked away. Most didn't see me at all. Vanessa walked past. She paused. She looked at me. Her eyes were red. Her face was pale. "Eleanor," she said. "Thank you for coming." "He was my son," I said. "I would never miss his funeral." She nodded. She walked away. I watched her go. I watched the woman who had taken my son from me walk out of the church, into the sun, into a life that didn't include me. I drove home. I sat in my garden. I looked at the flowers. I didn't cry. I couldn't cry. I was too empty. The months after David's death were the hardest of my life. I didn't have anyone. My friends had drifted away. My neighbors didn't know me. I had my garden. I had my cat. I had the memories of a son who had been stolen from me by a woman who never wanted me in his life. I thought about Vanessa. About the years she had kept David away. About the birthdays I had missed. About the Christmases I had spent alone. About the grandchildren I would never have, because David and Vanessa didn't have children. I thought about what I would say to her if I ever saw her again. The words I had rehearsed in my head 1,000 times. The anger I had carried for years. I didn't think it would ever happen. I didn't think I would ever see her again. I was wrong. The call came on a rainy Tuesday in October. I was in my kitchen, making tea, when my phone rang. The caller ID said unknown. Hello? Eleanor. The voice was familiar. It was a voice I hadn't heard in months. It was Vanessa. Vanessa, I said. What do you want? She was quiet for a moment. I heard her breathing. I heard her trying to find words. I need your help, she said. I don't have anyone else to ask. I sat down at my kitchen table. I looked at the window. The rain was falling. The garden was wet. The world was gray. What kind of help? My father died. He left behind debts. Lots of them. I didn't know. He hid it from everyone. The house is being taken. The bank accounts are frozen. I have nothing left. I have nowhere to go. I was quiet. I didn't say anything. I know I don't have the right to ask, she said. I know I don't deserve anything from you. But I'm asking anyway. I'm asking because I don't have anyone else. I'm asking because I'm scared. I'm asking because I don't know what to do. I sat at the table. I looked at the rain. I thought about David. About the son I had lost. About the woman who had taken him from me. About the woman who was now calling me, asking for help. Where are you? I asked. Portland. I'm staying at a motel on the edge of town. I don't have much time. They're going to kick me out tomorrow. I was quiet for a long time. The clock ticked. The rain fell. The world was quiet. Come to my house, I said. I'll send you the address. Here's where I need to pause. Because what happened next, the knock on my door, the woman I saw standing on my porch, the words she said, that's the part of this story that changed everything. That's the part that taught me what it really means to be family. If you've ever had to forgive someone who didn't deserve it, type forgive in the comments. Let me know you understand. I didn't sleep that night. I sat in my living room, in the dark, looking at the rain on the window. Henry, my cat, curled up beside me. He purred. He didn't ask questions. He didn't tell me what to do. I thought about Vanessa. About the woman who had stolen my son from me. About the years of silence. About the birthdays I had missed, the Christmases I had spent alone, the grandchildren I would never have. I thought about the way she looked at me at the funeral. The way she walked past me like I was a stranger. The way she didn't say goodbye. I thought about the call. Her voice. The fear in it. The desperation. The way she said she had nowhere else to go. I thought about David. About the son I had raised alone. About the man he had become. About the life he had built with a woman who didn't want me in it. I thought about what he would want me to do. I didn't know. I didn't know if he would want me to help her or turn her away. I didn't know if he would want me to forgive her or let her suffer. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know if I was going to help her. I didn't know if I was being kind or foolish, generous or naive. But I knew that I needed to see her. I needed to look her in the eyes. I needed to hear what she had to say. She came at noon the next day. I heard her car pull into the driveway. I watched from the window as she got out. She was thinner than I remembered. Her hair was dull. Her face was pale. She was wearing clothes that were too big for her, shoes that were worn at the heels. She walked to the front door. She stood there for a moment, not knocking, just standing. I could see her hands shaking. I could see her trying to find the courage to lift them. I opened the door before she could knock. She looked at me. Her eyes were red. Her face was wet. She looked like someone who had been crying for a long time. "Eleanor," she said. Her voice was quiet. It cracked on the word. "Vanessa," I said. "Come in." She stepped inside. She looked around my living room. At the photographs on the wall. At the books on the shelves. At the cat sleeping on the couch. "Thank you for seeing me," she said. "I know you didn't have to." "I know." She sat down on the couch. Henry opened one eye, looked at her, closed it again. He didn't care about family drama. He cared about naps. I sat in the chair across from her. I looked at her. She looked at her hands. They were shaking. "I don't know where to start," she said. "Start at the beginning." She was quiet for a moment. The clock ticked. The rain fell. The world was quiet. "My father died 6 months ago," she said. He had been sick for a while. Cancer. He didn't tell anyone how bad it was. He didn't tell anyone about the debts. What kind of debts? Gambling. Bad investments. Loans he took out to cover other loans. He was in over his head for years. He hid it from everyone. From my mother. From me. From the banks. She stopped. She put her hand over her mouth. When he died, it all came out. The creditors came. They took the house. They took the cars. They took everything. My mother had a stroke when she found out. She's in a nursing home now. She doesn't recognize me anymore. I didn't say anything. I waited. "I lost everything," she said. "The house. The money. The life I had built. I've been living in a motel for 3 months. I can't afford it anymore. I don't have anywhere else to go." She looked at me. Her eyes were wet. Her face was the face of someone who had been carrying something for a very long time. "I know I don't have the right to ask you for anything," she said. "I know I don't deserve your help. I know I don't deserve anything from you. But I'm asking anyway. I'm asking because I don't have anyone else. I'm asking because I'm scared. I'm asking because I don't know what to do." I sat in my chair. I looked at her. I thought about the years she had kept David away. The birthdays I had missed. The Christmases I had spent alone. The grandchildren I would never have. "Why?" I asked. "Why did you keep him away from me?" She looked at me. Her face was pale. Her hands were shaking. "I was jealous," she said. "I was jealous of the relationship you had with him. He loved you so much. He talked about you all the time. He told me stories about when he was a boy. About the things you did for him. About the sacrifices you made." She stopped. She wiped her eyes. "I didn't have that. My parents were cold. They didn't hug me. They didn't tell me they loved me. They gave me things instead of love. And when I saw how David looked at you, how he talked about you, I couldn't handle it. I wanted that for myself. I wanted to be the only woman in his life. You took him away from me," I said. "You erased me from his life. I know. I know what I did. I know I was wrong. I know I hurt you. I know I hurt him. I know I destroyed something that I could never fix. She looked at me. Her face was wet. I've spent years regretting it, she said. Every day. Every night. Every time I saw him looking at his phone, wondering if he should call you. Every time he mentioned your name and I changed the subject. Every time I made him choose between us. You made him choose, I said. And he chose you. He chose me because I made him. I manipulated him. I guilt him. I made him feel like he was betraying me if he talked to you. I was cruel. I was selfish. I was everything I didn't want to be. She put her head in her hands. Her shoulders shook. I'm sorry, Eleanor. I'm so sorry. I know it doesn't change anything. I know it doesn't give you back the years you lost. I know it doesn't bring him back. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry for the person I was. I'm sorry for the years I took from you. I sat in my chair. I looked at her. I looked at this woman who had stolen my son from me. I looked at this woman who was sitting on my couch, crying, asking for my help. I don't know if I can forgive you, I said. I don't know if I ever will. But I want you to know something. I'm not going to turn you away. I'm not going to let you sleep on the street. I'm not going to be the person who lets someone drown when I can save them. She looked at me. Her eyes were wide. I have a spare bedroom, I said. It's small. The bed is old. But it's warm. It's dry. You can stay here until you figure things out. She started to cry. She put her face in her hands. Thank you, she said. Thank you, Eleanor. I don't deserve. I know, I said. But you're getting it anyway. Don't make me regret it. I showed her to the spare bedroom. It was the room where David used to sleep when he was a boy. The walls were still the same color he had picked out when he was 12. The posters were still on the wall. The books were still on the shelf. Vanessa stood in the doorway. She looked at the room. She looked at the photographs on the dresser. David as a baby. David at his first day of school. David at his high school graduation. He was happy here, she said. You can see it in his face. He was happy. He was, I said. He was happy until you took him away. She flinched. I saw it. A small movement, like I had hit her. I'm sorry, she said. I'm so sorry. I know, I said. Get some rest. We'll talk more tomorrow. I went to my room. I sat on my bed. I looked at the photograph on my nightstand. David's senior picture. He was smiling. He looked like the boy I had raised. The boy who had promised to always be there. I thought about Vanessa. About the woman who was sleeping in my son's old room. About the woman who had taken him from me. About the woman who was now asking me to help her. I didn't know if I had done the right thing. I didn't know if I was being kind or foolish, generous or naive. I didn't know if Vanessa would take the chance I was giving her or throw it away the way she had thrown away everything else. But I knew one thing. I was not the woman she had pushed aside. I was not the woman who sat alone in the second row at her son's wedding. I was not the woman who gave up on her son because his wife didn't want her around. I was someone else. Someone who could give a second chance without losing herself. Someone who could be kind without being weak. Someone who could open her door to the woman who had closed hers. The next morning, I woke up early. I made coffee. I sat at the kitchen table, looking at the garden. The rain had stopped. The sun was trying to break through the clouds. Vanessa came downstairs. She was wearing the same clothes as yesterday. Her hair was messy. Her face was pale. Good morning, I said. Good morning. Sit down. I'll make you some breakfast. She sat at the table. I made eggs and toast. I put the plate in front of her. She looked at it like she hadn't seen food in days. "Thank you," she said. "Thank you for everything." "Eat," I said. "You need your strength." She ate. I watched her. She ate like someone who had forgotten what it felt like to be full. When she was done, she put her fork down. She looked at me. "I don't know how to thank you," she said. "I don't know how to make this right. I don't know how to undo what I did." "You can't undo it," I said. "What's done is done. You can't bring him back. You can't give me back the years you took. All you can do is be better. All you can do is try." "I want to try," she said. "I want to be better. I want to be someone else. Someone who deserves the chance you've given me." "Then show me," I said. "Show me with time. Show me with actions. Show me that you're not the same person who kept my son away from me." She nodded. She wiped her eyes. "I will," she said. "Every day. For the rest of my life." Here's where I need to pause. Because what happened next, the weeks that followed, the conversations we had, the things she told me, that's the part of this story that I didn't expect. That's the part that taught me that people can change. If you've ever seen someone change before your eyes, type change in the comments. Let me know you understand. The first week was strange. Vanessa stayed in David's old room. She didn't come out much. She slept. She cried. She stared at the walls. I left food outside her door. Sandwiches. Soup. Things she could eat without having to sit at the table with me. I didn't push. I didn't ask questions. I gave her space. The way I had given David space when he stopped calling. The way I had given them both space when they built a life without me. On the 8th day, she came downstairs. She was wearing clean clothes. Her hair was brushed. Her face was still pale, but her eyes were clearer. "Can I help you in the garden?" she asked. I looked at her. At the woman who had never wanted to be in the same room with me. At the woman who was asking to help me pull weeds. "The roses need pruning," I said. "I'll show you." We worked in the garden for 2 hours. I showed her how to cut the dead branches, how to shape the bushes, how to tell which roses would bloom again. She listened. She learned. She didn't complain about the dirt or the thorns or the ache in her back. When we were done, we sat on the porch. Henry joined us. He curled up at Vanessa's feet, something he never did with strangers. "He likes you," I said. "He's a good cat. He's a good judge of character." Vanessa looked at me. Her eyes were wet. "I'm sorry," she said. "I know I've said it 100 times. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything." "I know," I said. "I know you're sorry. But sorry is a word. It's a starting place, not a finish line. What do you want me to do?" I looked at the garden. At the roses we had pruned. At the flowers that would bloom in the spring. "I want you to tell me about him," I said. "The years I missed. The years you took from me. I want to know what his life was like. I want to know who he became." She was quiet for a long time. The wind blew. The leaves rustled. Henry purred. "He was kind," she said. "That's the first thing I noticed about him. He was kind in a way that most people aren't. He held doors for strangers. He remembered birthdays. He sent thank you notes. He was the kind of person who made everyone around him feel seen." I nodded. I knew that. I had raised him to be that way. "He talked about you all the time," she said. "In the beginning. Before I made him stop. He would tell me stories about when he was a boy. About the things you did for him. About the sacrifices you made. About how you worked 2 jobs so he could go to college. Why did you make him stop?" She looked at her hands. They were covered in dirt from the garden. "Because I was jealous," she said. Because I didn't have that. My parents gave me things, but they never gave me time. They never gave me love. They never gave me stories. And when David talked about you, I felt like I was competing with a ghost. A ghost I could never beat. You weren't competing with me, I said. There was room for both of us. There was always room for both of us. I know that now. I didn't know it then. I was young. I was stupid. I was scared. And I made a choice that I've regretted every day since. She told me about their life. About the house they bought. About the trips they took. About the friends they made. About the parties they hosted. About the life that looked perfect from the outside but was hollow on the inside. He wasn't happy, she said. Not really. He tried to be. He tried to be happy for me. But I could see it in his eyes. The sadness. The loneliness. The way he would look at his phone when he thought I wasn't watching. He was looking for me. He was looking for you. He wanted to call you. He wanted to visit you. He wanted to tell you about his life. But I wouldn't let him. I made him feel like he was betraying me if he reached out to you. She started to cry. Quiet tears running down her face. I took something from him that I could never give back. I took his mother. I took his past. I took the only person who had ever loved him unconditionally. And I didn't realize what I had done until it was too late. Why didn't you call me? After he died? Why didn't you reach out? She wiped her face with her sleeve. Because I was ashamed. Because I knew what I had done. Because I thought you would hate me. Because I thought you would blame me for his death. His death was an accident. No one is to blame for that. I know. But I blamed myself. I blamed myself for every year he was unhappy. For every year he missed you. For every year I kept you apart. She looked at me. Her eyes were red. I wanted to call you so many times. After the funeral. After my father died. After I lost everything. But I didn't think you would want to hear from me. I didn't think you would want to help me. I didn't want to help you, I said. I still don't know if I want to help you. But I couldn't turn you away. I couldn't let you sleep on the street. I couldn't be the person who closed the door. You're a better person than I am, she said. You've always been a better person than I am. I'm not better. I'm just older. I've made my own mistakes. I've hurt people I loved. I've been selfish and scared and wrong. The difference is, I had time to learn. You're still learning. The weeks passed. Vanessa helped me in the garden. She helped me clean the house. She helped me cook. She was quiet. She was careful. She was trying. We talked. About David. About the years I missed. About the man he had become. She told me about his work, his friends, his dreams. She told me about the buildings he designed, the awards he won, the people he helped. I told her about his childhood. About the boy he had been. About the first day of school, the little league games, the science fair projects. About the nights I sat up with him when he was sick. About the mornings I made him breakfast before the sun came up. We cried together. We laughed together. We mourned together. It wasn't easy. There were days when I looked at her and saw the woman who had stolen my son. There were days when I wanted to scream at her, to tell her to leave, to tell her that I would never forgive her. But I didn't. I took a breath. I reminded myself that she was here. That she was trying. That she was the only connection I had left to my son. One night, she came downstairs after midnight. I was sitting in the dark, looking at the rain on the window. "Can't sleep?" she asked. "Never could. Not after he died." She sat down beside me. She didn't say anything. She just sat. "I used to have nightmares," she said. After he died, every night, I would dream that he was still alive. That he was calling me. That he was asking me why I didn't let him see you. What did you say to him? In the dream? I didn't say anything. I couldn't. I was too ashamed. She was quiet for a moment. The rain fell. The clock ticked. I don't have the nightmares anymore, she said. They stopped when I came here. I think he wanted me to come. I think he wanted me to make things right. Do you believe in that? In signs? I don't know. I never used to. But now, she stopped. She looked at the rain. Now I want to believe. I want to believe that he can see us. That he knows I'm trying. That he knows I'm sorry. I put my hand on hers. Her hand was cold. Her hand was shaking. He knows, I said. He always knew. Here's where I need to pause. Because what happened next, the months that followed, the changes that came, the thing I finally understood, that's the part of this story that taught me what it really means to forgive. The months that followed were strange. Not uncomfortable, exactly. Not painful. Just strange. Vanessa lived in my house. She slept in my son's room. She ate at my table. She worked in my garden. She became part of my daily life in a way I never could have imagined when she was married to David. She got a job. A small one. Working at a bookstore a few blocks from my house. It didn't pay much. But it gave her something to do. It gave her a reason to get out of bed in the morning. It gave her a purpose. She came home every evening smelling like old paper and coffee. She would tell me about the customers, about the books, about the small dramas of a quiet life. I listened. I didn't have much to say. But I listened. She started cooking dinner. She wasn't very good at it. The first few meals were barely edible. But she kept trying. She asked me for recipes. She watched me in the kitchen. She learned. One night, she made my mother's meatloaf. It was almost as good as the way my mother used to make it. Almost. Where did you learn this? I asked. David told me about it. Years ago. He said it was his favorite meal when he was a boy. He said you used to make it on Sundays, after church. I nodded. I remembered. The smell of meatloaf filling the house. The sound of David doing his homework at the kitchen table. The feeling of being a family, just the two of us. He loved that meal, I said. He would ask for seconds. Sometimes thirds. He told me. He said you never said no. He said you always made sure he had enough, even when there wasn't enough for you. I looked at her. At the woman who was making my mother's recipe in my kitchen. At the woman who was trying to connect me to my son through food. He was a good boy, I said. He was a good man. He was, she said. He was the best man I ever knew. We started going through David's things together. Vanessa had kept boxes of his belongings after he died. She had never been able to look through them. They were too painful. Too raw. We sat on the living room floor. Henry watched from the couch. We opened the first box. Photographs. Hundreds of them. David as a child. David as a teenager. David at his college graduation. David and Vanessa on their wedding day. David at work, standing in front of buildings he had designed. I picked up a photograph of David at his high school graduation. He was wearing his cap and gown. He was smiling. I was standing beside him, my arm around his shoulder. I remember this day, I said. He was so nervous. He thought he hadn't passed his exams. He couldn't sleep the night before. What did you tell him? I told him that he had worked harder than anyone I knew. I told him that even if he failed, I would still be proud of him. I told him that the only thing that mattered was that he tried. Vanessa looked at the photograph. Her eyes were wet. He kept this, she said. He had it on his desk. In his office. He looked at it every day. I didn't know that. I didn't know that my son kept my photograph on his desk. I didn't know that he looked at me every day. I thought he had forgotten me. I thought Vanessa had erased me completely. He never forgot you, Vanessa said. No matter what I did. No matter how hard I tried to push you away. He never forgot you. Why didn't he call? Why didn't he visit? She looked at her hands. She was crying. Because I made him feel guilty. Every time he mentioned you, I would get quiet. Every time he wanted to visit, I would find a reason to be upset. I never said he couldn't see you. I just made it harder for him to choose you. That's the same thing, I said. I know. I know it is. And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. We went through more boxes. Letters I had written to David that he had kept. Birthday cards. Christmas cards. Notes I had tucked into his lunchbox when he was a boy. He saved everything, Vanessa said. Every letter. Every card. Every note. He had them in a box under his bed. He used to read them when he couldn't sleep. I held a letter I had written to him when he was in college. I had sent it after he called me, crying, because he was failing a class. Dear David. You are not a failure. You are not your grades. You are not your mistakes. You are my son. You are the boy who taught me what it means to love. And nothing will ever change that. Keep going. Keep trying. I believe in you. Love, Mom. He had kept it. For 20 years. He had kept a letter I wrote to him when he was 19 years old. He read that letter so many times, Vanessa said. He had it memorized. He used to quote it to me. You are not your mistakes. He said that to me when I made mistakes. He said you taught him that. I put the letter down. I wiped my eyes. He was a good man, I said again. I don't know how he turned out so good. I made so many mistakes. I was so tired. I was so scared. I didn't know what I was doing half the time. You loved him, Vanessa said. That's what mattered. You loved him. And he knew it. He always knew it. The months passed. Spring came. The garden bloomed. The roses were more beautiful than they had ever been. Vanessa had learned how to care for them. She pruned them. She watered them. She talked to them, the way I talked to them, the way my mother talked to them before me. She started going to therapy. She told me about it one night, after dinner. We were sitting on the porch, watching the sunset. I'm seeing someone, she said. A therapist. To help me understand why I did what I did. To help me become a better person. That's good, I said. That's brave. I should have done it years ago. Before David died. Before I lost everything. Maybe if I had, things would have been different. Maybe. Maybe not. You can't change the past. You can only change the future. She looked at me. Her eyes were wet. You're wise, she said. You've always been wise. I just wasn't ready to listen. You're listening now. I'm listening now. One night, she asked me about David's father. I had never told her. I had never told anyone. He left when David was 3, I said. He said he needed to find himself. I never saw him again. That must have been hard. It was. I was young. I was scared. I had no money, no family to help me. Just a baby and a job that didn't pay enough. How did you do it? I looked at the garden. At the roses. At the flowers that were blooming in the dark. I didn't have a choice, I said. I had a son. He needed me. So I got up every morning. I went to work. I came home. I took care of him. I did what I had to do. You never remarried? I tried once. It didn't work. He wasn't the right man. After that, I stopped trying. I had David. I didn't need anyone else. Vanessa was quiet for a moment. The stars were out. The world was quiet. David used to say that you were the strongest person he knew, she said. He said you never complained. He said you never asked for help. He said you just kept going, no matter what. I didn't feel strong. I felt tired. I felt scared. I felt like I was one bad day away from losing everything. But you didn't. You kept going. You built a life. You raised a son who became a good man. That's strength. That's real strength. I looked at her. At the woman who had stolen my son. At the woman who was sitting on my porch, telling me I was strong. Thank you, I said. Thank you for saying that. It's the truth, she said. It's the truth I should have seen years ago. Here's where I need to pause. Because what happened next, the summer that followed, the conversation that changed everything, the thing I finally understood, that's the part of this story that taught me what it really means to be family. The summer came slowly that year. The days grew longer. The garden grew fuller. The roses bloomed in colors I had never seen before. Vanessa had a way with them. She talked to them. She sang to them. She treated them like they were alive, like they could hear her, like they mattered. I watched her from the window sometimes. She would be out there for hours, deadheading the spent blooms, watering the thirsty soil, whispering to the plants like they were old friends. Henry would follow her around, rubbing against her legs, demanding attention she was happy to give. She was different now. Softer. Quieter. The hardness that had been in her face when she first arrived was gone. What was left was something I hadn't seen before. Peace. Or maybe just exhaustion. Maybe they looked the same after a while. She still had nightmares. I would hear her sometimes, crying out in the night. David's name. My name. Words I couldn't understand. I never went to her. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know if she would want me there. But in the morning, she would come downstairs with red eyes and a tired smile. She would make coffee. She would sit at the table. She would talk about the day ahead like nothing had happened. I didn't ask. I didn't push. I let her have her silence. The way I had let David have his silence. The way I had learned to let people be. One morning, she didn't come downstairs. I waited. I made coffee. I made breakfast. I sat at the table. The clock ticked. The sun rose. The house was quiet. I went upstairs. I knocked on her door. Vanessa? No answer. I opened the door. She was sitting on the bed, holding a photograph. It was a picture of David. One I hadn't seen before. He was younger. Maybe 25. He was standing in front of a building, his arm around a woman who wasn't Vanessa. Who is that? I asked. Vanessa looked up. Her eyes were red. Her face was pale. His college girlfriend, she said. Before me. Before we met. I found this in one of the boxes. I didn't know he kept it. I sat down on the bed beside her. I looked at the photograph. David looked happy. The woman looked happy. They looked like they were in love. Did you know about her? Vanessa asked. He mentioned her once. A long time ago. He said she was nice. He said it didn't work out. Vanessa traced her finger over David's face. I was jealous of her too, she said. When we first started dating, I found old photographs. Letters. Things he kept from their relationship. I made him throw them away. Why? Because I was scared. I was scared that he still loved her. I was scared that I was second choice. I was scared that I wasn't enough. Did he love you? She looked at me. Her eyes were wet. He loved me. I know he loved me. But I never believed it. I never believed that anyone could love me. So I pushed him away. I tested him. I made him prove himself over and over again. And he did. He always did. Until he couldn't anymore. Until you pushed him too far. Until I pushed him too far. She put the photograph down. She looked at her hands. I pushed everyone away. My parents. My friends. David. The only person I never pushed away was you. Because you were already gone. Because I made sure you were gone. I didn't say anything. I didn't know what to say. I'm sorry, she said. I'm sorry for everything. I'm sorry for being jealous. I'm sorry for being scared. I'm sorry for pushing away the only people who ever loved me. Your parents loved you? She laughed. It was a bitter sound. They loved the idea of me. They loved the daughter they wanted me to be. They didn't love me. Not really. Not the way you loved David. I put my hand on hers. Her hand was cold. Her hand was shaking. I'm sorry, I said. No child should grow up feeling unloved. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. It's just the way it was. That afternoon, we went through more boxes. Vanessa was quiet. She didn't say much. She just handed me photographs, letters, things David had saved. I looked at each one. I held each one. I put them in piles. Keep. Donate. Throw away. We came to a box at the bottom of the stack. It was small. Wooden. Old. The kind of box that holds things that matter. What's this? I asked. Vanessa looked at it. Her face went pale. I don't know, she said. I've never seen it before. I opened the box. Inside were letters. Dozens of them. All addressed to me. All unsent. All in David's handwriting. I pulled out the first one. The date was 10 years ago. Dear Mom. I'm sorry I haven't called. I'm sorry I haven't visited. I'm sorry for the distance between us. I think about you every day. I miss you every day. I wish things were different. Vanessa doesn't understand. She thinks I'm choosing you over her. She thinks I love you more than I love her. I don't know how to explain that it's not the same. That I can love you both. That there's room for everyone. I'm not writing this to make you feel bad. I'm writing this because I need to say it. I need to put it somewhere outside myself. I love you, Mom. I've always loved you. I'll always love you. Your son, David. I read the letter twice. I put it down. I picked up another. The date was 8 years ago. Dear Mom. Vanessa found out I've been calling you. She's upset. She says I'm being sneaky. She says I'm betraying her trust. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to make her understand. I stopped calling. I know you've noticed. I know you're hurt. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to fix this. I miss you. I miss your voice. I miss your cooking. I miss the way you used to hug me when I was sad. I love you. I put the letter down. I picked up another. 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 Dozens of letters. Years of letters. Years of my son trying to reach me, trying to explain, trying to apologize for something that wasn't his fault. Vanessa was crying. She had her hand over her mouth. Her shoulders were shaking. I didn't know, she said. I didn't know he wrote these. I didn't know he was hurting so much. He was hurting, I said. He was hurting for years. And you didn't see it. You didn't want to see it. I know. I know. I was so focused on my own pain that I couldn't see his. I was so scared of losing him that I pushed him away. She looked at me. Her face was wet. Her eyes were red. I'm sorry, Eleanor. I'm so sorry. I know it doesn't change anything. I know it doesn't bring him back. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the years I took from you. I'm sorry for the years I took from him. I'm sorry for everything. I sat on the floor. I held the letters in my hands. I looked at the woman who had stolen my son. I looked at the woman who was crying on my floor. I looked at the woman who was trying to be someone else. I don't know if I can forgive you, I said. I don't know if I ever will. But I want you to know something. I don't hate you anymore. I don't carry the anger the way I used to. I've let it go. Not because you deserve it. Because I do. Because I deserve to be free. She started to cry harder. She put her face in her hands. Thank you, she said. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for giving me a chance. Thank you for being the person you are. We spent the rest of the day reading the letters together. I read some aloud. Vanessa read others. We cried. We laughed. We held each other. David's words filled the room. His love. His pain. His longing. His hope. He had been trying to reach me for years. He had been writing letters he never sent. He had been carrying the weight of our separation on his shoulders. He loved you so much, Vanessa said. He never stopped loving you. No matter what I did. No matter how hard I tried to push you away. He never stopped. I know, I said. I know. That night, I couldn't sleep. I lay in bed, thinking about the letters. Thinking about David. Thinking about the years we had lost. I went downstairs. Vanessa was sitting in the dark, on the couch, looking at the rain on the window. Can't sleep? I asked. Never could. Not since he died. I sat down beside her. She didn't look at me. She just stared at the rain. I've been thinking about what you said, she said. About letting go of the anger. About being free. What about it? I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to let go. I've been carrying this for so long. The guilt. The shame. The regret. I don't know who I am without it. You're not the guilt, I said. You're not the shame. You're not the regret. You're a person who made mistakes. A person who hurt people. A person who is trying to be better. What if I can't be better? What if I'm just this? What if this is all I am? I put my hand on hers. Her hand was cold. Her hand was shaking. Then you keep trying, I said. Every day. You get up. You try again. You make different choices. You learn. You grow. You become someone else. Someone better. Someone who deserves the chance you've been given. She looked at me. Her eyes were wet. Do you really believe that? Do you really believe I can be someone else? I believe that people can change. I've seen it. I've lived it. I was a scared young woman with a baby and no money. I became a nurse. I became a mother. I became someone. If I can do it, you can do it. She leaned her head on my shoulder. I put my arm around her. We sat in the dark, watching the rain, the woman who had stolen my son and the woman who was trying to forgive her. Here's where I need to pause. Because what happened next, the fall that followed, the conversation about David's grave, the thing we did together, that's the part of this story that healed something in both of us. The fall came early that year. The leaves turned gold and red. The air grew crisp. The garden prepared itself for sleep. Vanessa and I spent long afternoons cutting back the perennials, mulching the beds, saying goodbye to the flowers that had bloomed so beautifully in the summer. We didn't talk about David's letters. We didn't need to. They were there, in the box on the shelf, waiting. We had read them together. We had cried together. We had held each other. Now we were learning to live with what we had learned. Vanessa had changed. Not overnight. Slowly. The way a garden changes after a long winter. First there was nothing. Then there was a hint of green. Then there were shoots, small and tentative, pushing through the soil. Then there was color. Then there was life. She smiled more. She laughed more. She talked about the future instead of the past. She made plans. Small ones. A trip to the coast. A cooking class. A book club at the library. Things that normal people do. Things that people who aren't drowning in grief do. I watched her. I watched her become someone I didn't recognize. Someone lighter. Someone freer. Someone who wasn't carrying the weight of the world on her shoulders. "You're different," I said one day. We were in the garden, planting bulbs for the spring. Tulips. Daffodils. Things that would bloom after we were gone. "I feel different," she said. "I feel lighter. Like I've been carrying something heavy for so long that I forgot what it felt like to be empty." "Are you empty now?" "No. Not empty. Just, not full of the bad stuff. There's room now. Room for other things. Room for good things." She looked at me. Her eyes were clear. Her face was calm. "I have you to thank for that," she said. "You took me in when you had every reason to turn me away. You gave me a chance when I didn't deserve one. You showed me that people can change. That people can forgive." "I haven't forgiven you," I said. "Not yet. Maybe not ever." "I know. But you're trying. That's more than I deserve." "You don't get to decide what you deserve. That's not how it works." She smiled. It was a small smile. Tired. But real. "Then how does it work?" I looked at the garden. At the bulbs we had planted. At the soil that would cover them until spring. "You keep going," I said. "You do the next right thing. You show up. You try. And one day, you look back and realize that you've become someone else. Someone better. Someone who deserves the life you're living." One morning, Vanessa asked me if I wanted to visit David's grave. I hadn't been since the funeral. I couldn't. The thought of standing in front of his headstone, reading his name, knowing that he was in the ground instead of in the world, it was too much. I had avoided it. I had told myself I would go when I was ready. I was never ready. "I'll go with you," Vanessa said. "You don't have to go alone." I looked at her. At the woman who had stolen my son. At the woman who was offering to hold my hand at his grave. "Why do you want to go?" I asked. "Because I need to say goodbye." Really say goodbye. Not the way I said it at the funeral, when I was in shock and everyone was watching. I need to say it the way I should have said it. Alone. With you. I was quiet for a moment. The clock ticked. The sun streamed through the window. "Okay," I said. "We'll go tomorrow." The cemetery was on a hill overlooking the city. It was peaceful. Quiet. The kind of place where you could hear yourself think. The leaves were falling. The grass was green. The headstones were gray and weathered. We walked together, Vanessa and I, down the path to David's grave. I had been there once before. I remembered where it was. I had driven there in the middle of the night, months after the funeral, and sat in my car, unable to get out. I had watched the headstone from a distance. I had cried. I had driven home. This time, I got out of the car. This time, I walked to the grave. This time, I stood in front of it. David Morrison. Beloved son, husband, friend. 1980-2018. I read the words. I read them again. I couldn't believe they were true. I couldn't believe that my son was under the ground, that I would never see him again, that I would never hear his voice. Vanessa stood beside me. She was crying. Quiet tears running down her face. I'm sorry, she said. I'm sorry I kept you apart. I'm sorry you didn't get to see him before he died. I'm sorry you didn't get to say goodbye. I didn't say anything. I couldn't. I was too full of grief. Too full of anger. Too full of love. I talk to him sometimes, Vanessa said. When I'm alone. When I'm in the garden. When I can't sleep. I tell him about my day. I tell him about you. I tell him I'm sorry. Does he answer? She looked at me. Her eyes were wet. Sometimes. Not in words. But I feel him. I feel him watching. I feel him listening. I feel him hoping that we'll find a way to be family. We are family, I said. We've always been family. We just didn't know it. We stood at the grave for a long time. The sun moved across the sky. The leaves fell. The world was quiet. I thought about David. About the boy who had been my whole world. About the man who had become someone else's whole world. About the son I had lost and the daughter-in-law I had gained. I thought about the years we had lost. The birthdays. The Christmases. The ordinary days that add up to a life. I thought about what it would have been like to have Vanessa at my kitchen table, laughing, cooking, being part of my family. I thought about what it could still be like. Not the same. It would never be the same. But something. Something new. Something that could be beautiful in its own way. David, I said. I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know if you're watching. But I want you to know something. I forgive you. For not calling. For not visiting. For not fighting harder to stay in my life. I forgive you. Vanessa looked at me. Her face was wet. I know it wasn't your fault, I said. I know you were stuck between two people you loved. I know you did the best you could. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry for not fighting harder. I'm sorry for giving up. I'm sorry for letting you go. I put my hand on the headstone. The stone was cold. The stone was hard. The stone was the only thing left of my son. I love you, I said. I've always loved you. I'll always love you. Vanessa stepped forward. She put her hand on the headstone too. David, she said. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being jealous. I'm sorry for being scared. I'm sorry for pushing your mother away. I'm sorry for making you choose. I'm sorry for the years you lost. I'm sorry for the years I lost. I'm sorry for everything. She stopped. She wiped her eyes. I'm trying to be better, she said. I'm trying to be the person you thought I could be. I'm trying to be someone who deserves the love you gave me. I'm trying to be someone who deserves the chance your mother gave me. She looked at me. Her eyes were wet. I'll take care of her, she said. I'll be there for her. I'll make sure she's not alone. I'll make sure she knows that she's loved. I promise. She turned back to the grave. I love you, David. I've always loved you. I'll always love you. We stood there, holding hands, the two women who had loved David most. The mother and the wife. The ones who had been kept apart for so long. The ones who were finally together. The sun set. The sky turned orange and pink and purple. The cemetery was quiet. The world was quiet. We should go, I said. It's getting cold. Vanessa nodded. She didn't let go of my hand. "Thank you for coming with me," she said. "Thank you for being here. Thank you for asking me." We walked back to the car. We didn't talk. We didn't need to. We had said what we needed to say. We had done what we needed to do. That night, we sat on the porch. The stars were out. The air was cold. Henry was curled up at our feet. "I've been thinking," Vanessa said. "About what you said. About family. About being family even when it's hard. What about it? I want to be your family. Not because of David. Not because I owe you. Because I want to. Because I've never had a mother who loved me. Because I've never had a home that felt safe. Because you're the closest thing I've ever had to both." I looked at her. At the woman who had stolen my son. At the woman who was asking me to be her mother. "I don't know if I can be that for you," I said. "I don't know if I have it in me. I'm old. I'm tired. I've given everything I had to David. I don't know if there's anything left." "You don't have to give me anything," she said. "You just have to let me be here. You just have to let me love you. You just have to let me try." I was quiet for a long time. The stars were bright. The night was dark. The world was quiet. "Okay," I said. "Okay." She smiled. It was a real smile. The kind of smile that comes from somewhere deep, somewhere that has been waiting to be seen. "Thank you," she said. "Thank you for giving me a chance. Thank you for being the person you are." Here's where I need to pause. Because what happened next, the winter that followed, the holiday we spent together, the thing she gave me, that's the part of this story that I didn't see coming. That's the part that taught me what it really means to be family. The winter was cold that year. Colder than usual. The snow came early and stayed late. The garden slept under a blanket of white. Henry refused to go outside. He sat by the window, watching the flakes fall, dreaming of spring. Vanessa and I settled into a rhythm. Mornings were for coffee and quiet. Afternoons were for errands and chores. Evenings were for dinner and television and the comfortable silence of two people who had learned to be together. She still had nightmares. I still heard her crying in the night. But they were less frequent now. Less intense. She was healing. Slowly. The way wounds heal when you leave them alone and let them do their work. I was healing too. Not from losing David. That wound would never fully heal. It would always be there, a scar on my heart, a reminder of what I had lost. But the anger was fading. The bitterness was fading. The need to blame someone was fading. Vanessa wasn't the villain I had made her out to be. She was just a person. A broken, scared, lonely person who had made terrible choices. A person who was trying to be better. A person who was becoming someone I almost recognized. The first snow fell in December. Vanessa came downstairs with a box in her hands. It was wrapped in brown paper, tied with a string. She put it on the kitchen table. "What's this?" I asked. "Open it," she said. "It's for you." I looked at the box. It was small. Light. The kind of box that holds something delicate. "It's not my birthday," I said. "It doesn't have to be your birthday." "Open it." I untied the string. I unwrapped the paper. Inside was a photograph in a silver frame. David's senior picture. The one I had on my nightstand. But this one was different. This one had me in it. A photograph I had never seen before. It was taken at David's college graduation. He was wearing his cap and gown. I was standing beside him, my arm around his shoulder. We were both smiling. We both looked happy. "Where did you find this?" I asked. "In one of the boxes. The ones I never opened. It was buried under some old papers. I didn't know it existed. I don't know who took it. I held the photograph. I looked at David's face. At my face. At the way we were standing together, close, connected. At the way we looked like family. He kept this, I said. All those years. He kept this photograph. He kept everything, Vanessa said. Every photograph. Every letter. Every card. He kept everything that reminded him of you. I put the photograph on the table. I wiped my eyes. Thank you, I said. Thank you for giving this to me. You're welcome. I should have given it to you years ago. I should have given you a lot of things. Christmas came. I hadn't celebrated Christmas in years. Not since David stopped coming home. The tree stayed in the attic. The decorations stayed in their boxes. The house stayed dark and quiet. But this year, Vanessa asked if we could put up a tree. I know it's not the same, she said. I know he's not here. But I don't want to pretend that nothing matters. I don't want to let the sadness win. I looked at her. At the woman who had stolen my son. At the woman who was asking me to celebrate a holiday I had learned to dread. Okay, I said. We'll put up a tree. We went to the hardware store and bought a small tree. Not a real one. A fake one. The kind you can use year after year. Vanessa carried it to the car. I carried the ornaments from the attic. We spent the afternoon decorating. Vanessa put on Christmas music. Frank Sinatra. Bing Crosby. The songs my mother used to play when I was a girl. I showed her where the ornaments went. The ones David had made in school. The ones I had bought on vacations. The ones that had been in my family for generations. He made this one when he was 6, I said, holding up a paper snowflake covered in glitter. He was so proud of it. He wanted to put it at the very top of the tree. Vanessa took the snowflake. She looked at it. Her eyes were wet. He would have been a good father, she said. He would have made ornaments with his children. He would have taught them how to decorate the tree. He would have, I said. He would have been a wonderful father. Why didn't we have children? Vanessa asked. It wasn't a question for me. It was a question for herself. I don't know. I was scared. I was scared of being a mother. I was scared of repeating the mistakes my parents made. I was scared of being like them. You're not like them, I said. You're not your parents. You're you. I didn't know that then. I didn't know who I was. I'm still not sure I know. You're learning. That's all any of us can do. We finished decorating the tree. It wasn't beautiful. The ornaments were mismatched. The lights were uneven. The star on top was crooked. But it was ours. It was the first Christmas tree I had put up in years. It was the first Christmas tree Vanessa had ever decorated with someone who loved her. We sat on the couch, drinking hot chocolate, looking at the tree. Henry was curled up between us. The snow was falling outside the window. Thank you, Vanessa said. For doing this. For letting me be part of your life. For giving me a chance. You don't have to thank me, I said. Your family. That's what family does. She looked at me. Her eyes were wet. Do you really mean that? Do you really think of me as family? I looked at her. At the woman who had stolen my son. At the woman who was sitting on my couch, drinking hot chocolate, decorating my tree. I do, I said. I didn't think I ever would. But I do. She started to cry. I put my arm around her. She leaned into me. We sat there, in the glow of the Christmas tree, the snow falling outside, the world quiet and still. On Christmas morning, Vanessa gave me another gift. It was a small box, wrapped in silver paper. I opened it. Inside was a key. What's this? I asked. It's the key to my storage unit, she said. I've been paying for it for years. It's full of things I couldn't bear to look at. David's things. Our things. Things I should have gone through a long time ago. Why are you giving me the key? Because I want to go through it together. I want you to be there. I want you to help me decide what to keep and what to let go. I don't want to do it alone. I held the key. It was small. Silver. Cold. When? I asked. Today. If you're ready. If you're not, we can wait. I looked at the tree. At the ornaments. At the paper snowflake David had made when he was 6. Today, I said. Let's do it today. The storage unit was on the edge of town. A gray building with rows of metal doors. Vanessa unlocked it. The door rolled up. Inside were boxes. Dozens of them. Stacked to the ceiling. I haven't been here in years, she said. I couldn't. It was too hard. I walked inside. I touched the boxes. David's handwriting was on some of them. Kitchen. Books. Office. Photos. Where do we start? I asked. Vanessa pointed to a box in the corner. There. That one. It has his baby things. Things his mother gave him. Things I couldn't bear to look at. I opened the box. Inside were blankets. Stuffed animals. A baby book. I opened the book. David's birth announcement was taped to the first page. David Michael Morrison. Born March 12, 1980. 7 pounds, 4 ounces. 20 inches. Proud parents, Eleanor Morrison. I read the words. I read them again. I couldn't believe that this baby had grown into the man I had lost. He was beautiful, Vanessa said. I've seen pictures. He was a beautiful baby. He was, I said. He had your eyes. Vanessa looked at me. What? Your eyes. He had your eyes. I never noticed it before. Not until now. She touched the photograph. Her hand was shaking. I wish I had known him then, she said. I wish I had known him when he was little. I wish I had been part of his life from the beginning. You're part of his life now, I said. You're part of his memory. That's something. That's not nothing. We spent the afternoon going through the boxes. We laughed. We cried. We held each other. We found photographs, letters, things we had forgotten. We found David's wedding ring. Vanessa had taken it off after he died. She had put it in a box and never looked at it again. Here, she said, handing it to me. You should have this. I held the ring. It was gold. Simple. The kind of ring David would have chosen. Are you sure? I asked. I'm sure. He would want you to have it. He would want you to know that he loved you. I put the ring on my finger. It was too big. It slipped over my knuckle and rested against my palm. I'll wear it on a chain, I said. Close to my heart. Vanessa nodded. She wiped her eyes. He would like that, she said. He would like that very much. Here's where I need to pause. Because what happened next, the spring that followed, the thing Vanessa did, the moment I realized that she had become my daughter, that's the part of this story that I never expected. That's the part that taught me that family isn't about blood. It's about choice. The spring came slowly that year. The snow melted. The garden woke up. The bulbs we had planted in the fall pushed through the soil, green and hopeful. The roses began to bud. The world came back to life. Vanessa was still with me. She had been living in my house for almost a year. She had a job she liked. She had friends she saw sometimes. She had a life that was hers. But she stayed. She didn't talk about leaving. She didn't talk about finding her own place. She just stayed. I didn't ask her to leave. I didn't want her to. The house was quieter when she was gone. The garden was lonelier. The mornings were darker. She had become part of my life. Part of my routine. Part of my family. I still thought about David. Every day. Every night. The pain was still there, but it was different now. Softer. More bearable. Like an old wound that aches when the weather changes but doesn't stop you from living. I thought about the years we had lost. The birthdays. The Christmases. The ordinary days that add up to a life. I thought about what it would have been like to have Vanessa at my kitchen table all those years, laughing, cooking, being part of my family. I couldn't get those years back. No one could. But I could have the years that were left. I could have Vanessa. I could have the woman who had become my daughter. One morning in April, Vanessa came downstairs with a piece of paper in her hand. She looked nervous. Her hands were shaking. "What's that?" I asked. She handed me the paper. It was a form. A legal form. I didn't understand what I was reading at first. "Adult adoption," I said. "You want me to adopt you?" Vanessa nodded. Her eyes were wet. "I know it's strange," she said. "I know I don't have the right to ask. I know I'm not your daughter. I know I was never the daughter you wanted. But you're the closest thing I've ever had to a mother. And I want to make it official. I want to be your family. Really. Truly. Forever." I looked at the paper. I looked at her. At the woman who had stolen my son. At the woman who was asking me to be her mother. "You don't have to do this," I said. "You don't have to prove anything to me. I'm not doing it to prove anything. I'm doing it because I love you. I'm doing it because you're the only mother I've ever known. I'm doing it because I want to be your daughter. I want to take care of you when you're old. I want to be there for you when you need me. I want to be family." I sat down at the kitchen table. I looked at the garden. The roses were blooming. The tulips were opening. The world was beautiful. "You know I'm old," I said. "I won't be around forever." "I know. That's why I don't want to waste any more time. I've wasted so much time already. I don't want to waste another day." I looked at her. At the woman who had broken my heart. At the woman who had mended it. At the woman who was asking me to be her mother. "Yes," I said. "Yes, I'll adopt you." She started to cry. She put her arms around me. She held me. I held her. We stood in the kitchen, the mother and the daughter, the women who had found each other after so many years of loss. "Thank you," she said. "Thank you, Mom." Mom. She called me Mom. The word I had waited years to hear. The word I thought I would never hear from her. "You're welcome," I said. "You're welcome, my daughter." The adoption was finalized in June. It was a small ceremony. Just the two of us and a judge. No flowers. No music. No guests. Just us. The judge asked me if I understood what I was doing. I said I did. She asked Vanessa if she understood what she was doing. Vanessa said she did. Then the judge signed the papers. She smiled at us. She said, "Congratulations. You're now mother and daughter." Vanessa hugged me. I hugged her. We cried. We laughed. We held each other. "I love you, Mom," she said. "I love you too, my daughter." We went home. We sat on the porch. The garden was in full bloom. The roses were red and pink and white. The tulips were yellow and orange and purple. Henry was curled up at our feet. "I have something for you," Vanessa said. She handed me a small box. It was wrapped in silver paper. I opened it. Inside was a locket. Silver. Old. The kind of locket that holds photographs. Open it, she said. I opened the locket. Inside were 2 photographs. One of David. One of Vanessa. On the other side, a photograph of me. The 3 of us. Together. I had it made, she said. So you could keep us close to your heart. I put the locket around my neck. It rested against my chest. Warm. Heavy. Full. Thank you, I said. It's beautiful. You're beautiful, she said. You're the most beautiful person I know. Here's what I've learned. Family isn't about blood. It's about choice. It's about showing up. It's about staying when things are hard. It's about loving someone even when they don't deserve it. It's about forgiving someone even when they haven't earned it. Vanessa took my son from me. She erased me from his life. She made choices that hurt me in ways I didn't think I could survive. But she also came back. She apologized. She tried. She changed. She became my daughter. Not because she was born to me. Because she chose me. Because I chose her. Because we both decided that the past didn't have to be the end of the story. I don't know what David would think. I like to think he would be happy. I like to think he would be proud of us. Love is always possible. If this story resonated with you, if you've ever found family in unexpected places, leave a comment. Tell me your story. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time. I have more stories to tell. And I want you to be here for them. My name is Eleanor Morrison. I am a mother. I am a daughter. I am enough. And so are you.